dramatic, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a nice little, well, not a big margin, 4 or something. And, yeah, turnover. Big shot from them to put them down 1. But yeah, we wanted to be good in the last 2 minutes. It was kind of something we talked about in review of last year, and the 3 out of the 4 games that we played recently, we've been pretty good in closing our games. So there's improvement. There's a good trust in it. But yeah, all round tonight, I thought we were pretty solid. Put them into a high percentage of mid-range jumpers. Doolittle was outstanding and continuing to make them, but we did a pretty good job on other people.
So that last 2 minutes, like the momentum was all their way at that point. It would have been easy for it to fall apart. Like, what did you think was so crucial to how you held it together then and pulled away again?
Yeah, it's big. People make big plays, right? And obviously, Delhi late shot clock, tough fadeaway in the middle of the lane. We got to the foul line a little bit, which is important for us, and we haven't been great at getting to the foul line. For us to be double our opponent and free throws is something that's really good. And I think there was just a comfort level with how we were going to execute. Marcus Lee comes up with a big O board. There was just some extra possessions that we won down the stretch.
The way he played, the way Clark played, started last quarter, like, had big contributors, having really big moments and big patches throughout the game. They took over. How important was that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Whitey's best ever game, or I don't want to ever get to that. We was just really happy with him getting back to the things that we know. He's a double guy. He's one of the best rebounders in the league, and tonight I thought he stepped into his 3-ball confidently. The pace that he played with after a rebound, outstanding. And I'm unbelievably happy for Ian Clark. There was just a nothing possession going on, and he hits a wide open 3 in the kind of the corner over there. And his runner game and float game, he had some of those drop tonight, and so happy for him.
Against Illawarra, the offensive boards and second chance points cost you, and something that Perth does pretty well.
Yeah.
Tonight, must be pretty happy that side.
Yeah, it was a massive part of our review was the offensive rebounding, just the lack of physicality, and put whatever reasons you want to that in such a big game there that we weren't able to find that physicality, and there was just a little mental fatigue in that game, and so we freshened up well, to come over here and to respond the way we have tonight, and the way that we rebound, the way that we boxed out, still some points off turnovers that they did a good job of crowding the paint and forcing us into some turnovers there. And so I just loved our sprint back and made sure it was pretty tough shots.
Turnovers are looking like derailing you earlier. I think you had 7 to quarter time, and you've been pretty disappointed in that area the last couple of weeks. So what was the message at quarter time? How did you manage to clean that up?
Yeah, a lot of it was, Shea tonight, where, he just got in the paint and there was a big crowd, and so it was just some of the decision-making that he had in the paint, and, they collapsed well, and we just had to find the appropriate outlet for it. And so, I'm not sure, I don't think he had any in the second half, and, he made an adjustment.
He said, wasn't sure if it was your best game. You'd know. Where did that game personally rank?
I'm not sure, and I don't want to dismiss the question, but I really don't care all that much about how I go personally. Like, as long as we win, especially at this stage of the year, like it's crunch time, and everyone's just trying to play their role to the best of their ability. And I guess for me, obviously the rebounding is a big part of it, but just being assertive offensively, just trying to get to the right spots. And especially, Perth were collapsing a lot and put a lot of pressure on the the driver or the penetrator, and just trying to be in the right spots to be a receiver, and got a few good looks tonight. But yeah, it was fun out there. Like, I felt good, felt aggressive, felt like the boys were looking for me, and had some good looks. And definitely, shoot my free throws a bit better still, but was happy with it.
It made it felt like the difference between winning and losing both teams with the way the ladder is going to be dramatic. Do you set yourself a game like that where you want to have a massive impact?
I mean, yeah, certainly. Like, you want to have a massive impact on winning. I think I could say that on behalf of everyone. Everyone wants to, again, play their role to the best of their ability. I think that's the beauty of our team is we have a number of different contributors from top to bottom, and everyone has a role to play. Whether you're a star player coming off the bench, whether you don't play. Like, I think Ketch's energy was great tonight and being engaged in the game and ready to go. Obviously, Rob had some foul trouble, and but again, like Marcus stepped up. You know, us bigs, I think, have a great relationship in that aspect, and I know that the guards do as well. Like Tanner coming in and being assertive, Flynn had some really good moments, and you know, they matter in a game like this. And you know, we knew that Perth were playing high quality basketball, and they're playing with great pace, great confidence. They're putting a lot of points on the board, and you know, different guys contributing to that, and obviously a big milestone game for Bryce. You know, we knew that there was going to be a lot of juice in the building, and not to mention, you know, the stage of the season we're at and how we're all competing for those sort of top spots to finish. And yeah, those are the types of games that you want to be in. Those are the types of games that, you know, you enjoy the most. And fortunately for us, you know, we're able to get the job done. And at the same time, in that same breath, you know, there's still a number of things we can take out of this game to learn from and continue to improve on. But you know, I think, again, we're just trying to take steps in the right direction, make sure we're playing our best basketball when it matters most, and yeah, happy to come out and feel like we're doing that in this one.
And it feels like every time you come here, we ask you why you play well here. And in an occasion tonight, like as you said, ladder positions, finals coming out, stuff, do you think that you put yourself now in a really strong place to go, we come here at any point, this place doesn't worry us at all, we feel like we belong here rather than it being an away event?
Yeah, and also, you know, we played our first game of the year here against Tassie. We've come over here twice this year, and we've played well in each one of those games. So, yeah, great venue. You know, locked in group just in our shoot around and how we, you know, went about approaching this game. And so, yeah, if we can bring that every game, you know, hopefully we can continue to see, you know, good performances like this one. But yeah, I do want to shout out Marcus Lee. You know, Robbie had foul trouble, and we've had Marcus have foul trouble, and you know, the other one continuing to step up for him. But yeah, I thought his minutes were outstanding tonight. It probably might be the most amount of minutes he's played all year. And yeah, and then Delhi just really owned moments tonight. You know, he really wanted the basketball, wanted to make decisions for the team, and for him to be, you know, a plus 14 in that game was pretty spectacular.
Speaking about Delhi there as well, he hit some tough shots, like a three-point shot in the final quarter in the last couple of minutes there with that clutch shot as well. What sort of leader is he like for these young guys? Because going through, I think most people have seen him as more of a defensive sort of point guard, but he's really started to build that scoring. So I guess is he a good leader in terms of a guy who shows development pathways to these young kids?
Yeah, he's a standard setter at our practices, at off the court. You know, as someone you want to go, you know, talk to a mentor, someone. It's, you know, it's Delhi's one of those guys that, you know, let me go take care of it, and you know, absolute leader in that regard. And yeah, tonight I just thought he, you know, so determined to get this win, and yeah, moments where he just put the team on his back. So yeah, outstanding leader.
Another positive as well, to a certain degree, Chris didn't have his prototypical game. I know he saw a nice impact on the game, not hitting those normal three-point shots that we see him play consistently. What does that give you confidence for going into the playoffs, especially with this whole team dynamic?
Yeah, I thought he had some pretty good looks. Got him a couple of really good looks in the last few minutes as well. And but yeah, if he's hunting 12 great threes, you know, we're in a good place as a team. That helps everybody else keep their space if he continues to hunt like that. And you know, we saw the gravity at different times where Marcus Lee gets a layup because two people get attracted to Chris, and we need him to continue to do that.
Pretty happy with, you must be happy with some of the away wins you've had on this stretch. You've beaten some good team that you're going to come up against in the finals. It sort of extends to what Craig was talking about, not just Perth. You've had some important wins on this road stretch.
Yeah, we have. You know, this is our 6th game on the road in a row. We got one more going to Brisbane, and I think, you know, if we can get that one, you know, they've got some injuries and different things, but they could have a different roster by the time, and Tyrell could be back and different things. So, yeah, you know, if we can get to 5 and 7 in this stretch of January where we've got these 7 games on the road, it'll be a good performance for us.
Yeah, just quickly, Dean, I want to ask you about Shea's performance on Bryce. You touched on it before about the job he did on their other guys, and he his performance on Bryce was incredible. I mean, it's two parts to it. Firstly, making it hard for him to catch the ball, and then if he does catch the ball, making it hard for him to get good looks. And I'm not sure there's anyone in the league that can do a better job on Bryce than what Shea's doing at the moment.
Yeah, he's Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. And that's the toughest cover in the league, and so to continue to make his catches hard, to continue to make his shots push to the right area where other people can help him. But I thought he did an outstanding job because he had moments offensively where it just wasn't him tonight, but he was just locked in on the task that he needed there. But again, he goes for 3.5 minutes, and then we needed Ian Clark and we needed Flynn Cameron, we needed other guys to go defend him. Delhi for a little bit as well. So he can take a lot of credit, but the other guys and the whole team did a good job on him tonight.
You touched on Ian earlier as well. He's been struggling over the last 6 games, but you kept faith with him, and I mean, it shows his quality and his experience and everything about him. That all 8 shots that he made tonight were really tough looks. That takes a lot of guts to keep taking those shots and keep backing yourself in.
Yeah, as I said, super happy for him. We know for us to have a chance at where we want to get to this year, we need his spark coming off the bench, and you can see, he just broke that game open a little bit tonight, and we'll keep pumping him with confidence. But that's the only thing that gives you great confidence is performing, and now hopefully you can stack another one against Brisbane and just keep that kind of form for the rest of the year.
And just to you, Jack, did you get your tooth put back in after the weekend?
Yeah, I got it put back in on Sunday. I got a mouth guard on the way, which is probably well overdue, but I was happy I didn't get knocked out tonight.
What about the late game execution? So the last 3 games you've won has all been because you've executed, so well, last possession plays, or tonight it was in the last 2 minutes. What is it about this team that allows you, Jack, to execute so well when the games are on the line?
We practice it. I think, first of all, we have the personnel to be able to do that. We have a lot of guys who have played a lot of high-level basketball in their career, and have been in those sort of moments a number of times, whether that's in international play, in the NBA, here in the NBL. We've got a number of guys who have seen it all. So I think as different guys fitting into that and having confidence in the guys that have been in these positions before, it helps us a lot in just having confidence to be able to execute in the first place. But, something we practice at training. We spoke about in the last time out, we want to be the best team in the last 2 minutes of play in the league. And that's where a lot of these games obviously have been decided. And, the ability to execute down the stretch is very important, especially when you're on the road and, especially when they're coming back the way that they were, and pressure's on in those moments. And, shout out Delhi for stepping up, Chris wanting the ball, a number of guys, Marcus obviously being assertive, getting that layup. Like, these are big plays from guys who, got to be ready for those moments. And, everyone gives each other the confidence to be able to just go out there and play and understand that, everyone's got each other's back, and it's not only the offensive plays but the defensive ones as well. Like, some big boards, some big box outs. Like, these guys are crashing hard and have been playing with great pace. And obviously Bryce is a handful. He's a big moment chaser, and he's been doing that his whole time here in the NBL. So make sure we're having Shilly's back in those moments. Obviously Shilly at that point playing 27 minutes, chasing him around, no small feat. But it's a collective effort, and something we practice, and something we have pride in.
I gave the boys a history lesson today about Kevin Braswell, and from the NBL community to him. We shout out to him as he's in hospital recovering. But yeah, showed moments of him being a closer, which he was amazing in our championship series against Perth with New Zealand, and just showed the composure that he had down the stretch. And just want to send our love to him.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.